Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. If you do go on to enjoy today's video and want more content like this, then feel free to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. By the way, if you would like your own clips featured in one of our videos, then feel free to submit them to the form in the description down below. She had absolutely nothing.
Correct. But what facts have you actually offered? I just want to know that. I offered counters to every single time you claimed there was a white supremacist in there. You offered bullying tactics. No, I'm asking for you to substantiate your bullying.
Here we go again, blaming men.
I had sex would be painful and bloody. I was terrified. Because 1 in 4 young women is assaulted and society still asks, what was she wearing? Because male victims of rape aren't believed since guys want sex all the time anyway, right? Because of catcalling and street harassment, because no, it is not a f***ing compliment.
These feminists are pretty damn angry.
Right here, this is white privilege.
There's slavery going on in Libya.
We're not in Libya.
And what the fuck have you done about it? What are you doing?
Are you in the U.S. right now? Or are you in Libya?
Right, you're protesting the most peaceful, free country in the world.
This feminist was not having it easy.
Come on, you're talking to me here. Your friends are going to be happy getting to a point in their career when they can look outside and say, finally, I'm able to pay 90% in taxes.
Obviously, you know, people in your position, you know, don't want to pay 90% in
I
taxes.
dare say, unless you're high as a kite, you wouldn't volunteer to pay 90%.
They really go all out for their protests.
Back the people's house. Take back the people's house. Take back the people's house. Take.
I mean, all you do is blame men anyway. This is nothing new.
We try and convince ourselves that it really wasn't our fault. I want to give a big fuck you to all the men who make my anger possible. And yes, I am blaming you. I blame all the men who think they are better, who think women don't know what hate is even when it's running down our thighs. I blame all the men who allow their friends to yell bitch and hoe while telling themselves that they are not like them.
This triggered feminist is still barking at this guy.
Miss, calm down. Miss, you came up to us.
No! Why are you here?
Did we come up to you? Because we have a right to be here as citizens, just like you have a right to be here. Is there a chance you could be wrong? No! How do you know that you're right? Have you heard the other side?
Yes! You fucking
You've talked to some.
But I thought you guys want to be independent.
Are liars. You know how? Because there are 3 men in my phone right now that say they're in love with me, and yet I still had to pay for my own haircut and my nails. Make it make sense.
Starting to think they wanted Hillary to win just because she's a woman.
The message it sends is that you can work for 40 years and you can be the most qualified candidate for something, and you can be the most deserving candidate, and you still won't be as
Feminists doing their favorite thing, crying about men.
I blame you for every time you don't speak up, because God knows that the hottest places in hell are reserved for those who did nothing. And I am almost sorry for every man who ever felt that feminism isn't important. Because if this is what feminism is, then what the fuck does that make you? If this is feminism, then what are you?
Evidence of why the gender pay gap is a myth.
3% gender pay gap is simply the difference between the average earnings of all men and women working full-time. It does not take into account differences in occupation, job tenure, hours worked per week. When all of these factors are taken into consideration, the gap narrows to the point of that.
The male feminists may just be the worst.
Oh, we're on double standard time. But then again, maybe this makes sense. Perhaps the reason some men are so prone to act like dick is because the same hair that's down there
is also up here.
Good morning. I've had my coffee and I'm reading my feminist literature. So it's time for a little rant. Stop staring at my nipples, chat.
Why do feminists always blame everything on men?
Crimes like rape and domestic violence on a structural level is not because of their DNA, but because of gendered socialization. And it's important for women to examine the ways that we've been socialized as well. Why do we feel ugly when we don't wear makeup or shave? Why do we fake orgasms during sex, prioritizing our partner's ego over our own comfort or pleasure?
She really put her in her place.
Let's unpack why in the world you think any random man should just help you. Why? Between the fact you're a grown Woman, if you're going to the store for something that's probably heavier, you can't lift on your own, you should probably bring a friend. It is not the duty of any random man to come save you when you can't do something yourself.
The privilege arguments again.
Privilege is a very loaded term.
In a word, is access.
An advantage that you're either born with or that was handed to you.
I think it has a lot to do with how your identity benefits from a system that has been in place for a very, very long time.
Yeah, winning the birth lottery.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, then feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this and much more. Goodbye for now, and we'll see you next time.